southern Tasmania. Just bear with me. I'm going to check that all my devices are doing what they should be doing. Let's make sure, and I have to share to our group given that things have changed in Facebook land. Let's see when we catch up there. Yep, that's it there. So bear with me for a second. Hope we're all having a great day. It's Wednesday here today, I think. Is it? Yes, it's Wednesday. Honestly, I have no idea what day it is. I know I've got a lot to do and very little time to do it, and it keeps the days keep slipping by. We actually leave for first stop in Sydney on Wednesday next week, and then off to Mexico on the Thursday. So I'm sort of frantically trying to do all that sort of stuff, and then organise classes and things while I'm away as well. So yeah, very, very busy. That's why apologies for yesterday. I absolutely just forgot what day it was, and therefore you didn't see me when I was supposed to go live. But anyway, I'm here now, and it looks like everything's saved. If anyone's watching in card making, paper crafts and more, can you just pop on comments and tell me that you're seeing what you're supposed to see over there? Would appreciate it, because I have actually saved it over to there or shared it over to there. So given the changes in Facebook. Okay, a couple of things to share with you before we get crafting. What you can see laid out on the table in front of you is the components of my in 2024-26 in colour share, ink colour share. So there's 3 levels of the share that you can purchase. There's a basic sort of light version, then there's sort of an intermediate version, and the lot version. So varying price ranges there as well, of course. But for each of the shares, regardless of which level you go for, you will get cardstock in the brand new colours, which are there at the back. You'll get designer series paper in the brand new colours, which is here at the front. You'll get ribbon in the in colours, which is here at the front. So the light version, you get 1 metre of each of these ribbons, but for the heavy version, you get a whole reel, depending on which option you take. You will also get the in colour shimmer gems. You'll get a packet of those. Forgive those, got a few missing. The only real difference, I suppose, between the light and the heavy versions is if you take the very light version, you'll get ink spots inked up with the 5 in colours. So you'll get those. And with the heavier versions, you get full size, as we know, full size ink pads. So if you're interested in that, if you want to try these colours before you commit to buying the full thing, I suggest you pop into my Facebook page and check out the 3 levels of you can purchase with the in colour share. So that's the first thing I'm showing you there. I'll just pop all these aside. Colours are gorgeous, absolutely. I liked a couple of the colours that this lot's replaced, but I must say I like all of them this time. Just gorgeous colours. Another thing that I've got, if we're talking about shares with the new annual catalogue, I have a paper share coming as well. So 12 different designs of the new designer series papers from the upcoming catalogue, including 2 glimmer and shimmer sort of specialty designer series papers. So you basically get a quarter pack of each of those 12 designs, and it's $60 plus $10 postage and handling. So it's pretty much the equivalent to 3 whole packs of designer series paper for $60 plus $10 postage. And I will order those as soon as the new catalogue goes live very early next month. So when I get back from Mexico, I will order those for you. So if you'd like to be part of either of those, the ink share or the colour share or the paper share, please yell out and I will give you more details if you would like to. If you do both, let's have a chat. I'm sure we can come up with some sort of arrangement if you do both, maybe some free postage on one of them or something. We'll have a chat. Final thing I wanted to show you or to share with you is my 2024-25 annual catalogue online launch party. Every year or a couple of times a year, I'll do an online launch for the new catalogues. You can craft along and watch it in the comfort of your own home. You don't have to put your pants on to go outside or travel anywhere. Everything you need will come to your door, hopefully with plenty of time for the event. And you get to craft along with me on the day as well. So it's not just a passive sitting there and watching stuff happen. You actually get to craft along on a couple of occasions during the day as well. We'll also have some competitions and some giveaways, and you'll get a $15 product credit to use on your next order if there's anything in the catalogue that takes your fancy. So $70 including postage. You get a full packet of paper, a full packet of bling, and a full reel of ribbon for that. And I'll show you which one shortly. And I need payment in full by the 18th of May. So that's still plenty of time to think about that one, but please pop along to that one if you can. There'll be a PDF as well for that. So, and of course, access to the Facebook group right through to the end of the catalogue. So you can come back and look at those ideas again and again. So that is my launch. I'll get rid of that. And I've already designed the 2 cards that we'll be crafting along on the day. So these are the 2 cards we're going to be doing together. So we usually do one in the morning and one in the afternoon, and then I'll give you a chance to relax in between. I'm doing a tucked away, we're doing a tucked away gatefold card with this one here. So with that awesome, this is an amazing embossing folder. Wait till you see this one, or if you've got your catalogue, have a look at it. It's huge. It's actually a really big embossing folder. I'll grab it and so you can have a look. I'll give you something to get a bit of size comparison. This is the embossing folder that I've used to do those wonderful circle of dots there. This is the size of it. Hang on, I'll get another one for you to compare. This is a standard 6x6 embossing folder. You can see there. I'm just going to take my watch off because it clunks and annoys me. This is the standard 6x6, and you can see this one is the same width, but it's got an extra couple of inches on the end. So it's actually like a 6x8. Now, if you pay for your money's worth with that, you can definitely get, you can put like 5x7 cards in there as well, which is a really good thing, given that with this one you can't do the 7-inch cards. So, yeah, it's a new size for Stampin' Up. It's great. And I basically, as you can see, just chosen the centre of that to emboss the panels of this particular card. So that's one of the cards we'll be doing together on the day. Uses various things. The paper is the Unbounded Beauty paper, the in colour enamel dots, and you'll get the iridescent ribbon as well. So that's one of them we'll do on the day. And this is quite a cute variation on my favourite bookbind card. This is the second card we'll do on the day. And it again uses that same paper that you'll get in your kit, the iridescent ribbon and the enamel dots as well. But also I will send you the kit with everything die cut, cardstock cut, and you really just need to cut your designer series paper, and we can do that one on the day. So you get the kits for that as part of your signing up for the class. So I think that's all I needed to show you. There's such a lot happening at the moment, and then on top of everything, I'm trying to get ready for going away, but I think I'm under control. So I've got everything. Current classes are all cut and ready to go. So yeah, fingers crossed we're okay. I'm not going to get halfway across the ocean and realise that I've forgotten something. Okay, so we're going to be looking at the Loveliest Tree stamp set today. This is in the upcoming catalogue, not too long away now. So where are we? We're late, mid-April now. So this will go on sale early May. So I think it's the first week in May. It is, can I say, a companion stamp set to the Lovely as a Tree, which we lost, which retired a few years ago now, and everybody was really sad to see it go because it was really a lovely stamp set. But this one is Loveliest Tree, so maybe it's implying it's even nicer than the trees that are in that one. Single tree, quite a large image of a tree there, so I've been playing with it to try and work out what's the best way to present it. Some lovely sentiments there. Thank you, congratulations, happy birthday, and sympathy there as well, plus that little single leaf. Does actually come with dies, so it comes in a bundle, she says. Trying to find the dies. Here they are. Comes with some dies, the Loveliest Tree dies. Isn't it lovely now that dies and stamp sets are all called the same thing? I love it. And I'll go back to chat so I can see what the chats are. Okay. Okay, so the dies come, obviously you've got the die for the big tree there and for the little leaf at the side, a couple of standalone leaves and a sort of a skeleton tree there, and this one here is the leaves that go with that skeleton tree. So there we go. So that's the dies that go with the Loveliest Tree stamp set. My husband's got a bit of a cough and he just walked past the open door of my craft room coughing, so hopefully he didn't hear that too much. He is okay, he's getting better. Hopefully he'll be better, completely better by this time next week. Okay, so let's make this card. So I don't know, did I show you the card? This is the card we're going to make together. So as I say, you can see it's quite a large image. This is a 5.5 square card, so yeah, it's the best part of 4 inches wide, this image. So I was struggling getting it onto a single portrait type card. So I know it definitely has to be a landscape card if you've got the standard size, but I thought I'd upgrade it to a nice square card. Love a nice square card now and then. And I think this is a lovely card for a masculine type card, or someone who loves their garden or their trees, or I think a sympathy would be good too, because we often think of trees as being nature and soothing and that sort of thing when people need that sympathy occasion. Okay, so one more thing I meant to show you. This little beauty here. This is our colour wheel, and we were given these and when we went to On Stage recently, and they are amazing. They're basically, you can move this around and work out what colours are complementary. You can work out which colours are analogous, monochrome, ones that I think it's called triadic. They're sort of like totally opposite, but they go well together. So it's this is a colour wheel. So it's got all our Stampin' Up! Colours on there, and there was such a scramble for demos who were on stage to grab one, and such disappointment for the people who didn't get one, that Stampin' Up! Have actually decided to produce it for sale. So if you like the look of this one, you use Stampin' Up! Colours. This is being developed for sale, so you'll be able to keep an eye on that. Reach out, and I should hopefully get some timings on it very soon to tell you when it's available. But it's amazing. I've been using it all the time, and yeah, matching colours I used to think that I was good at, but this opens up such a world of possibilities that I hadn't even thought about. So keep an eye out for that one. If you're on stage and you got one, well done. But yes, customers will be able to purchase them sometime soon. They're being developed. I think they're actually this one's actually got the current in colours in there, but for the customer one, I think they're going to take off the in colours and just have the core colours, just so that it can last you a lot longer than just the 1 year at a time that the in colours are in. So yeah, keep an eye out. Very popular, and I'm sure you're all going to really love it when it does come out. So that was my final thing. Sorry about that. I forgot to mention it. Okay, crafting. That's what you're all here for. Let's do some crafting. Okay, I'm going to start with a 5x5. I've got a new ruler. All of you who have said to me that my ruler is dead and dying and needs to be replacing, I found a new ruler that has inches and centimetres. I was really just wanting one. I didn't want to go for one that was just centimetres because I do craft in inches. So finally got a ruler, although it's got a bit of a dip in it. So I'm trying to straighten it out. So we've got a 5.5 inch square card base, which according to my new ruler is 14 centimetres square. So let's make that. So I'm going to start this at 14 or 5.5. Sorry, I haven't. I know where we're headed, but I haven't cut anything because I was, as I say, trying to clean the craft room as well, so that my friend Jan, when she visits to look after the dog in the house, has a clean craft room to use. It was pretty messy. dimensional backings on the floor like snow or confetti or something. It was pretty bad. So this is early espresso, and that now is a 5.5 square card base, which if you do the math makes it 5.5 by 11 long and scored at 5.5. So basically that's where we're headed with that. Then need a layer of old olive, and I'm going to make that 1/4 inch smaller. So rather than 5.5, that's going to be 5 1/4, which according to this is 13.3. Yep, that makes sense. 5 1/4. There we are. And I also need a piece of white. Yeah, I'm going to go white. I think, yeah, white cardstock that is also 5 1/4 for inside. I'll keep that bit because that's what I'm going to stamp my tree in. And I think, yeah, I'll keep that. So that one's for the inside. That one's for there. And so we're going to need some designer series paper as well. So I'm using brand new designer series paper as well. It is called the Country Woods Designer Series paper. Part of the my paper share. If you really like it and you want to grab a sample, please contemplate my paper share. Yeah, so basically it is what it says on the packet. It is wood grain designer series paper, sort of a chipped paint, pure wood, sort of weather-worn-y sort of paint, sort of patterns on one side, and I think it's pretty much the same sort of wood on the other side. So yeah, all that wood that you do love for sort of our earthy backgrounds in that particular one. So as I say, that is the Country Wood Designer Series paper. Anyway, for this card, I'm using this one. Sort of that on the back, but I'm going for that because in this one, I'm going to actually stamp the sentiment straight onto the Designer Series paper. So yeah, so I wanted something fairly light sort of colour, not to overcrowd that. So our top layer there was 5 1/4, I believe. Yes, so I want a 5 1/8 square of the Designer Series paper. Okay, so we've got that one there. So that's going to sit, if I'm doing right, 5 1/8 sits just inside our old olive. And that sits with a slightly larger border on top of our card base. So that's those there. I also need, just for across the centre of this one, I wanted some old olive Axe tone-on-tone paper. So I scrounged through all of my boxes of paper. This is an old olive tone-on-tone. It's on the back of the child paper. I don't even know what it was called now. Anyway, you can see what paper it was on the back of, the child paper. Somebody might remind me of the name of it. This is actually retiring, this one. So if you like the look of either side of that, please pop on and make sure you don't miss out. I'm going to remind myself here because I don't remember how wide I made it. Oh, I'm loving this new ruler. I feel like a human being again. 2.5 inches. So that's what, 6.2 centimetres. I can even give both measurements. Oh, definitely back in the 21st century. So 2.5 high, and I'm going to match it to the other Designer Series paper, so make it 5 1/8. And that should fit just perfectly across the centre, which it does. Okay. Paper, Designer Series paper, blah, blah, blah. Let's do some actual stamping and let's show you the wonderful stamp set. Which I've put over here. Okay, so, now I have got a stamp buffet, a card buffet coming up, and I've put all my paper, all my blocks into boxes for my card buffet. And I need to grab one for this stamp set. Now that's the F block. It would fit that. I mean, actually, I need a block that's smaller than the F block, but I'll use, and as I say, I think it's in the box, getting ready for stamp camp or stamp card buffet. So I'll use this one as well. This is the I block. It's going to work just as well. So that's our lovely tree there. I'm going to pop that on the eye block. Oh, there's a piece of paper that's stuck between it and the block. I don't like that. Let's pop our tree on our block. I'm going to stamp it in Early Espresso. Very tree sort of colour. You use your turn on the upside down. I am weird. Yes, I think you and I must be weird together. I didn't realise that other people did it any other way. I just do what's natural. Sharon's saying I use my trimmer upside down like she does. Yeah, that's been said before. I had no idea. I basically just do what feels comfortable. But yes, people have said that. I am actually, how do I put this? I'm partially left-handed. I know that sounds weird, but there are things that I do. There are things that I do left-handed, like purely left-handed. That's weird. So I wonder whether actually I was meant to be left-handed, but it was sort of nagged out of me as a young person that I don't remember. My eldest is actually left-handed, so we've let him be left-handed, and he is actually properly left-handed. So I do. I kick a football left-handed. I play cricket left-handed, and I play the recorder or wind instruments. I play them left-handed as well. So with the hands around the other way to normal people. So yeah, I have a feeling deep down I'm a lefty, but back in my day, obviously, and a lot of you probably watching, that was frowned upon. So we were encouraged to be right-handed. So yeah, it's funny. It does sneak out sometimes. Anyway, that's enough about me. Okay, so this tree is lovely by itself. Here we go. There it is. It's a nice thing by itself, but I want to give it a wee bit of colour here to make it match the background a bit, or to sort of complement the background. So I'm using my light old olive here. Now Rhonda must be watching. She's asked where I got my new ruler from. I got it from Craft Online. Rhonda, if you're watching, I'll reply to your message anyway, but it was Craft Online and it was on special. I think it was one of the weekend specials. It wasn't expensive. I think I paid like $2 something on special, but I think it was probably $3 or $4 not on special. So it was the first one I'd seen for the longest time that actually had the inches and the centimetres. Okay, so with the brushy end of my old olive, I'm just going to do the leaves, and I'm not going like too crazy with the leaves. I'm leaving some of the dark, some of the light, some of the white will show through, just to give it that sort of doppled, is that a word? Yeah, doppled effect that, that trees have. The light comes through in places, you get shadow, light. I didn't want it to look like I'd just sat here and coloured it fastidiously. There you go. Word for the day. Extra points for someone who can put the word fastidious in their comments. No prize, just boasting points. Fastidious. Okay, there you go. So I'm just giving that a wee bit of... yes, it is a tea ruler, Deb. Yes, just a little bit of colour there, just to give that tree a little bit of oomph there. It's a little bit dark in here today. Apologies, the sun's out. It's just on the wrong side of the house. Okay, and for the trunk itself, I'm going to give the trunk a little bit of oomph as well with my dark copper clay, and just sort of complements the early espresso quite nicely, I found when I was experimenting. Here we are. Oh, out of the lines there. Oops. Okay, and the grass. Just going to give the little grass underneath the tree, just grabbing my old olive again. Just give the grass under the tree a bit of colour as well. Okay, I'll bring that closer so you can see. A sentence, Deborah. A sentence, fastidious. Okay, so there we are. So that's my tree that I've coloured. Hopefully you can see that well enough. Okay, so I'm going to cut out my tree with my Countryside Corners dies. Forgive me while I bring my cut and emboss machine over. This one particularly would fit in the mini machine if you've got the mini machine, but I've already got it in the big machine, so that's what I'll use. People often ask me where I got my magnetic plate from. I know Stampin' Up tried, that's not the right size, tried to produce a magnetic cutting plate that didn't go too well, so not wanting to bring you something that wasn't top quality, they discontinued it. This one is from anyone who's in Australia will know Spotlight. So that's, yeah, I got this one from Spotlight if anyone wants to. I'm often asked after my what's this videos where I got my magnetic plate from. Lifesaver, I couldn't live without it. You are being fastidious. Very, yeah, I am. Well, not today. Yeah, I am a bit. Thank you for putting it in a sentence, Deborah, top of the class. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this tree out. Oh, you can tell when I've been doing a lot of die cutting because I've been getting my May classes ready. I get really sore up in here. It's like I need to lift some weights or something, but yes. After I do, what did I do, 30 odd kits with about 4 or 5 die cuts each. My arm got really sore. I had to take a break and it's still sore today. So fastidious or not, I've got a sore arm. Okay, so there is our little tree cut out. There you go. Let's put this baby together. Glue. Whatever your glue of choice is, you use glue or you use double-sided tape. I'm jealous if you use double-sided tape. There must be a video for admissions today because I'm admitting that I get sore arms and I'm admitting that I don't use double-sided tape. Just checking. I know it's a little bit late if it hasn't shown up over there, but I'm just checking that this video is over there. Yes, it is. That's okay. It was worrying me because I wasn't hearing anyone who usually goes over to group. So $7.99 at the moment. Is that the ruler, Sharon? Must be. I did get a good bargain then, didn't I? Because it was like I paid like about less than $3, I think. $2.75 or something. That was a good bargain. I love it when I get a good bargain. Doesn't happen very often. But the cutting plate is a Spotlight beauty. One day, hopefully, Stampin' Up will do one and release it. We can get that, but at the moment, the Spotlight one is fine. More than fine. It's amazing. Okay, so we'll put that one on the inside as well. We might come in with a sentiment or something in there, or maybe just some of the little leaves so I can show you what else is in the stamp set. There we are. I'm not getting too fancy schmancy with this. It's just layer upon layer upon layer. And now our designer series paper. Yes, Leanne, you said your shoulders kill you. Yeah, shoulders and, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing to get it there. I lay on my left side. And so I have a feeling sometimes I lay on it and hurt it as well, but it's definitely worse when I've been doing lots of die cutting. Managed to survive, 35, 40 years in the various administration roles and didn't get any sort of what do they call it, repetitive strain injury, and then I get it in my hobby. So that's justice for you, isn't it? Irony. So when I can't actually blame anyone but myself, I get it. Anyway, there we are. So I'm putting that little bit of strip of what envelopes would I use? God, woman. I don't know, big ones. Is there a 15 by 15? I think there's a 15 by 15 or 15 centimetre. I think that's what I would have in my little envelope stash. I reckon, because this is what a 14 centimetre card. Yeah, I think I've got 15 by 15 envelopes in my stash, so that's what I'd probably use for this one, I would say, because I know you can get 13s and you can get 12s and they're going to be too small. Or I'd probably make one. But anyway, I think I've got 15 by 15s in there. Okay, so let's pop our beautiful our tree on as well. And I am going to get some dimensionals happening for this. Have you recovered from on stage yet, Sharon? I'm still on a high from meeting you all and having such a lovely time. And yeah, it was great. Looking forward to the next one now in Brisbane. So if you're not a member of a team with Stamping Up and you fancy to come along to an amazing event, it's held every year. It's called On Stage. And you do get some wonderful freebies. Which included that colour wheel, which was amazing. But it's just the best event, and you meet up with such wonderful people, and you re-meet such wonderful people, and people that you see online, and they're just a name that flashes up, and there they are in person, sitting across the hallway from you, and it's just wonderful. It really is nice. No, don't worry, I was just being a bit facetious. It's fine. You ask as many questions as you like. I often don't think about the envelope thing, and then I find myself envelopeless and cursing myself. So, yeah. So I would probably, if I didn't have one, I think I've got a 15 by 15, but if I didn't have one, I'd make it. Or just make a little box or a folder or something. Okay, so I'm going to use the happy birthday. That's a really nice happy birthday from the stamp set. I love that sort of combination of script and block writing there. And as I say, we've got the other really good ones as well. It's an excellent beginner stamp set, I think, this one. The images are good. The sentiments cover just about everything, and it's nice and simple. You can stamp it, you can colour it, and you can pop it just about any way. So if you're just starting off with your card making and you don't know where to start, this would be, in my view, it's a good one to start with. In fact, I was going to use it for my introduction to card making course, but I've changed my mind. I'm using something else now. There, so I'm just going to pop that happy birthday down there in the corner. Not ideal. I actually found with the first card, I had a lovely sort of light spot where the sentiment went. Actually looking at it, probably that was a little bit darker than it should be. If that worries you, obviously pop it on a sentiment box or something like that, or move it to a lighter. Actually, if I'd flipped this up the other way, the other side would have been much lighter for it. Have I posted my pics of my create? No, I haven't, and nobody's asked for them. So they're there ready to go, but I've been sort of watching out for other people to put theirs up, and I haven't seen very many either, so I should do it. Thank you for the reminder, Leanne. Anyone who doesn't know, I did present at On Stage. Yeah, it wasn't as professional as I'd hoped, but hey, you guys know me. It's always going to go slightly left field. I will, thank you. I will, Leanne. Everything with me always goes slightly off to the side eventually. Okay, so there's our happy birthday. There's our tree. Bling. Now, I was going to use some on this one. I've got these. We've got these lovely sort of earthy toned. You can see they're sequins, actually, adhesive back sequins, and they are continuing in the next catalogue. So when I looked at them, I thought, these are perfect. Hang on, I've got them here somewhere. I thought to myself, these are perfect for this card, but I don't think they're continuing, and then they were. So I don't want to bore you with the weird thought processes I go through. So when I was tidying up my continuing bling pile, I thought, wow, I can use them. Oh, they're not there. I think these cork ones would be really good too if you had those and you didn't have the others. Where are they? Did I leave them out because I was crafting with them? I must have left them out. Let's see. Just forgive me for a minute. I'll try and see whether I... Where did I put them? See, this is the sort of off to left wing things that happen when I'm not 100% organised. Anyway, I'll use something else because I can't find them. Anyway, they are adhesive back... Oh, is that them? Ah, there they are. They are Neutrals adhesive back sequins. You've got to forgive me, they're actually in the pack with something else that's not related. But these are the sequins here. You've obviously got a sort of coppery one and then a dark one, like a brass, and then a white one or a silver one and a gold one. So they are the Neutrals adhesive backed sequins. And I'm going to pop those on. As I say, continuing in the new catalogue, so you can grab them at some stage if you like them. Just going to use 3 and I'm going to pop them down in a row. Maybe across? No, I'll stick to down. 2, just using these sort of coffee coloured ones. There we are. So that is my Loveliest Tree card offering. I am working on lots of other ones. I did do, I was on Pinterest and I found a technique that a lady did where she made the tree look like a reflection, like in a pond or something. That's not the best version of it. There was another one where I actually completed a card. Anyway, I can't find that either. So yeah, so you basically reflect, you have the reflection of the tree with the water and the sky and a little bit of land in between. So I actually should have taken the green down, the green of the land down a wee bit. So that's what I actually did on the other one. But anyway, it's not here. But anyway, so you're having a bit of play with that to get the reflection, and you can see that coincidentally it's actually a little bit lighter than the original image, as a reflection would be. You actually stamp it onto a piece of acetate or a hard, clear plastic. I thought of trying to do it with my glass tray, but because my glass mat, but then because you'd have to flip it over, it's a little bit harder to get it lined up perfectly. And you do want the trunk of the tree to match up with the image and the reflection. So watch for that. I'll keep working on that and hopefully perfect it and present it to you over the next wee while. So there's that one. Let's pop something on the inside just so it's a happy birthday, so we don't really want sympathy or anything on the inside. So I might just show you this wee little I'm not from New Zealand. Somebody said to me the other day, are you from New Zealand? Because I use we a lot. I don't know where I picked that up from. We have spent a lot of time in New Zealand. Maybe that's where I picked it up. I do say we as in, small. But no, I'm not from New Zealand. I'll just pop this little leaf in there so you can see it. Cute little leaf there. Really nice. So that's the other stamp image from the stamp set. Okay, that's all I needed to show you today. I've got a lot. I'm going to head outside and tidy up outside my house so that poor Anne doesn't feel like when she's house sitting, she doesn't feel like she's living in some sort of war zone. So we're going to clean up outside, hopefully make it presentable for her. And there we are. So as I say, available to customers in early May, or as a demo. It's available, I think it's a pre-order item. Well, it must be because I got it in pre-order. It's a pre-order item. If you love it so much and you can't wait for when the catalogue goes live, you can join as a demonstrator and pop it into your starter kit if you absolutely adore it. Otherwise, you've only got a couple of weeks to wait till the catalogue actually goes live. So thank you all for joining me today. It's been lovely watching the conversation as we go. Yes, ladies, I will definitely put my on-stage samples up, I promise. We'll do that hopefully today or tomorrow. And and as I say, any questions about anything you see in any of my videos or classes or shares or ink tasters, anything that you've seen, please reach out as well, and I'm happy to let you know. So I hopefully will see you all on Saturday. I don't think I've got anything too frantic planned on Saturday, so I'll do a live video on Saturday as well. And then from next week, from next Wednesday, Thursday, I'll share lots of pictures of our Mexico adventure. So anyway, love to have you all here. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you all again very soon.